At one of our family reunions, I started off with like one of the little Scooby-Doo poses you get from Walmart.
Yeah.
And basically upgraded to a pretty good reel. But it's something that my dad just taught me because, you give a man a fish he can eat for a day. And then if you teach a man a fish, you teach him to eat for a lifetime. And then,
I love that.
yep. And so I tell a bunch of people that I basically just pass on what my dad taught me. It definitely brings back memories of like me and my dad, just to that day. Just something that I can pass on like my kids one day, and just to take them out and enjoy that time with them. Just relaxes me.
Yeah.
It's the time to just get away from all the people and street lights and just everything. Just enjoy nature basically. There you go.
Wow, that was good. So are you actually majoring in, what is it called?
Farm and ranch management.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You are?
Yep. I just went with farm and ranch management just because, I've always wanted to grow up and work on like a game ranch or work with cattle and horses.
Yeah.
Or even own one. When I was younger, my dad would buy me like a Nerf gun, and I'd watch the Outdoor Channel,
Yeah.
and and they'd hunt on there, and what I'd do is like I'd lay on my bed like I'm about to actually shoot a deer, and I'd shoot my Nerf gun at the TV and let it stick on the TV, and I thought I was pretty good. And then I finally got older, and my dad bought me my first rifle, and it took off from there.
You know, like you're the guy that's under all the lights. Maybe this is the guy, when the lights come off.
Oh yeah, the person or the player. And this is like just the person, Kind of how Gundy always tells us to defeat the guy in the mirror. It's just a time where I can go do that without actually standing in front of a mirror or something.
Yeah.
It's a time where you can just kind of be real with yourself and think of things that you need to work on to build your character and just be a better you.
Yeah. How much did growing up in, a town that's got 3,000 people, how much did that, make you the person who you are now?
I would say just having a country background that I have, it's kind of established me just being a hard worker. Because when I was younger, I'd have a birthday, and I'd expect to have like a birthday party, and my mom would just tell me, she'd say, "You're not having a birthday party, just another day on nurse," and I'd be outside working on my birthday.
Yeah.
So, it's something that my parents just instilled in me and growing up, of just being a hard worker, like never want someone to give you something. Like always go out and prove to them that you can work for your own. When I get older and become a father or something, I want my kids to have this background, and because it can open so many doors just to have so many different traits about yourself. Growing up in Stanford, our head coach always told us hard work pays off, and that's something that we'd always abide by. Like, say we were out and it's just 110 degrees, and then a shade cloud would come out of nowhere, and he'd say hard work gets rewarded, and basically that's what he meant. But it's just a shade cloud. But to us, just listening to him, it's something big. I mean, I really didn't play much football till my sophomore year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
And, coach said, you might want to try it. You may be good. So I gave it a shot, and I said, just like fishing, I took my patience and waited on my opportunity and took it. So I guess I kind of owe that to fishing.
Yeah?
Yep.
There is a lot of patience that goes into fishing.
Oh yeah, tons of it. You know, I just see this. You know, some guys they give up too fast, and they expect to go out and and be as good as Des Bryant in a week, and it didn't take him a week to get as good as he is. So I just see it as just time and patience, and your time will come. When you're running down the field and you just see the ball floating in the air and you already hear the crowd yelling, I guess it's kind of like fishing, just seeing the fish just mess with your bait or see a fish approaching. I guess it's kind of the same because you don't want to do anything to mess it up. So you just take your time and go back to everything that you learned
Yeah.
and just let it fall through for itself.
Did you know that Rashawn Woods liked to fish?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's, Yo, here recently, I've actually talked to my cousin. He was a big Oklahoma State fan around that time when he played here, and he told me he kind of reminded me of him, like when just the way he played, just the way he carried himself. He wasn't really a guy who just kind of talked a lot, but was definitely a good football player. But I didn't know he liked to fish.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I saw I think it was a while back where Dez was fishing and stuff. I didn't know if he was a big fisherman, but I guess that was pretty cool to see him go out and fish a little.
Hartley Dykes and Des Bryant and Rashawn Woods and Justin Blackman, and then your name is kind of the next one that's mentioned with those top receivers. Is that cool hearing that stuff?
That's kind of been a goal of mine, just basically following their foot tracks. Cause growing up, my family's they're real big Cowboy fans,
Yeah.
and so I've watched Dez plenty. And growing up, coming home from church, sitting in front of the TV, my cousins talking like we're gonna be the next Dez and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's it's big for me for people to think that. I guess I just kind of remind them of him, but that's always been a dream of mine.
Are you a little celebrity in Stanford?
To some people I am. Sometimes my friends they'll make a joke about it, but and and I just tell them I'm the same guy I was when I left 3 years ago. So I mean, no one really treats me different, which that's all I want. I don't want to be treated like somebody that deserves to be treated like that. I mean, I don't see myself as a celebrity. Just see myself as another guy trying to live his dream is all. That's really it.